You, we're back, baby. Here we are, another episode of Helmet to Helmet, Week 10, baby. Week 10. Here we come. Playoffs 4 weeks away. We're about to kick it here with Captain Deadpool.
All right, guys. Glad to have you guys back, and we're gonna head on right on through to our next couple of matchups that are very exciting, and hopefully, these are gonna be like the best games of the whole entire season. So, all right, Adolfo, I'm gonna let you start it off. All right.
All right, guys. We're being real excited this week. It's brother versus brother matchup. We got El Bencho 956 against Los Mas Mamastrosos. So it's Uli and Junior going at it. Two boys from Mission, two boys from Minnesota. Just your regular boy on the block right here trying to make it to third place. Winner to get third place. It's basically a playoff game. It's intense. Junior's predicted to score 169 points, and Uli's predicted to score 159 points. So it's a 10-point game. It's not by a lot. Last week, Junior was predicted to win by 20 points, and he ended up losing to yours truly. So there's no hard feelings there. But, there's scores 1-1. Hopefully we get a tiebreaker in the playoffs, but we'll see. But, yeah, I'm feeling Junior's team a lot right now. And I feel like his top three players are going to be James Winston, Stephon Diggs, and Barkley, baby. Saquon Barkley's gonna be outstanding going against the New York Jets, and it's gonna be crazy. It's a battle of the New Yorkers, so it's pretty intense right now. And for Uli over here, we're gonna have he has a pretty good team also. But we're gonna give him Elliott and my boy Hooper. He just got his boy Hooper from me, and he's going to put up some points for him. Just watch Hooper and Melvin Gordon, another one of my guys right there that he got. They're both going to score outstanding. I think they're going to carry his team along with Elliott. And my winner for this week, I'm going to have to give it to the big brother right here. Big brother knows best, So I'm gonna have to give it to Junior over here, El Mencho 956. So yeah, that's my pick for this week's matchup.
I'm gonna have to go opposite. I'm gonna go with Uli on this matchup.
Yeah.
Thielen could be coming back when Thielen's playing. Cousins is the best quarterback in the league. Well, one of them, not the best, but and his card is just stacked. With Le'Veon Bell and Ezekiel Elliott. And Melvin Gordon. I think he scored like 2 touchdowns last week. So I'm just gonna have to give it to Julie on that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna jump right next to our next matchup, and it's gonna be yours truly versus El Mas Guapo Robert Soto. This is
rematch of the century.
Dude, this is like a match that I've been wanting to get back since like last time we met up. I lost by like 2 points. 2 points. But I'm going to try and get my revenge and see what I can do. For my type 3 scorers, it's going to be Devontae Adams. He is questionable, but he did play last week, just limited. But, I think he's going to be coming back 100%. My next is going to be Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is going against Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers has a nice defense, but Jared Goff, his man is Cooper Kupp. This is his wide receiver 1. This is the guy who's going to throw it to. He had a monster week 2 weeks ago, so I'm not expecting him to do as well as he did last time, but maybe he could do something close. And also Josh Jacobs, he is going against the LA Chargers. This guy's just a monster. He just rams through people. It's nothing he can't run through. But, we'll see about that. For El Mas Guapo, my top 3 scorers are going to be Keenan Allen. He's going against Oakland. Keenan Allen hasn't been like the best in the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 weeks. but this could be his week to come back. This is
Yeah.
any week for it. Also, this is probably like probably the best running back in the season right now. It's Christian McCaffrey. He's going against Green Bay, who, this entire season has been like giving away just a lot of yards to running backs, and this is just the perfect matchup for him. He's gonna run through them, and he's gonna get those yards. And my last player is gonna be Travis Kelce. He's going against Tennessee Titans. Even without Patrick Mahomes, he's scored pretty well. And now that Patrick Mahomes is coming back for sure this week, he's just gonna, the ceiling's higher than ever for him. My pick for this matchup is gonna be, as much as I want to win, I have to give it to Robert. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna let up and let him take that win again.
You know what? I'm gonna have to strongly agree with you right here. Agree with you right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it to Robert, but I hope, by some reason, I just hope these last 4 weeks he can get as many losses as possible, because it's just gonna be hard to knock him down if he has a bye week. It's easier to win 2 games than 3, so hopefully if we could put him down to that third place column, and we could have an even bigger chance of all of us doing. But yeah, it's all fair and game here in fantasy. Anything can happen. Injuries can happen. Lawsuits can happen. It's a big process, but it's fun. It's fun.
All right, want to jump into our next matchup, Adolfo?
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, our next matchups. Talk about playoffs, bro. Talk about playoffs. We got ourselves here a hell of a matchup. We got LA Cruz, a Louisianan matchup right here. We got Gators and Tigers going at it right here.
Oh my!
Whoa! Well, little shit came out. Okay. Let me just skip to it. We got LA Cruz going against El Sicario de LA. Ooh, we got Manolo going against Chelin right here. All right, hell of a matchup. Close matchup also. Chelin's predicted to score 166 points. Manolo's predicted to score 162. So it's just a 4-point matchup. It's a hell of a matchup, bro. Basically, winner goes to the playoffs, bro. I don't think Omar is gonna make it. Like, his last 4 matchups are sadly against the top 4 teams. Me, Uli, Junior, and Robert. So it's gonna be hard for him to get at least 2 wins from that group,
He's going through the gauntlet.
He's going through the gauntlet, bro. He has a big mountain to climb.
That doesn't mean he can't do it, though.
It does not mean that he can't do it, but we're not gonna let him, because right now Uli, Junior, and I are fighting for that second place, and bye weeks count. They're awesome. But yeah, I believe the winner of this matchup is gonna be the one who makes it to that 6th place column and makes it to the playoffs. This is it, baby. This is for your position. This is for your position right here. But yeah, we got for Chelin over here, we got our bad man Aaron Rodgers, Bubbas. I'm gonna have to give Aaron Rodgers to be one of my top 3 players to score for Chelin, and also Mike Evans and Julio Jones, 2 receivers and the quarterback. I'm not feeding his running backs too much, and his tight end. He has George Kittle, but I got a feeling that he's gonna have some trouble here in Seattle. But yeah, and then for Manolo, no, I'm not gonna pick Patrick Mahomes. Tight ends have a very good defense. I don't think he's gonna score 30, 40 points on them. Nah, it's gonna be a low scoring game, maybe 20s, high 20s, something like that. But yeah, my 3 players for Manolo is gonna have to be Tyler Lockett, Mark Ingram, and Kamara, Alvin Kamara. So hopefully Kamara makes a comeback after that injury. And my win for this week, it's a tough decision. But I'm gonna have to give it to Manolo. I'm gonna have to give it to Manolo. Manolo's been performing outstanding this past 2 weeks, and I just feel like he's gonna make a comeback. And he does not want to lose. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get to that playoff position. And I see him pushing. And I got a feeling that he's gonna do it. And also, I want to say fuck you, Chalene, for taking Des Bryant away from me. Just because of that, I'm not gonna choose you, fucker. But it's a close matchup. But I'm gonna have to give it to Manolo right here.
Yeah, it's a very hard one, but if I want to put money on it, it just might have to be Manolo. You know, like, and maybe I wouldn't pick as my top players like Tyler Lockett because he's going against San Francisco. That's a tough defense. But and like people say that Tennessee has a good defense, but it's not, top tier defense. And
but most of their games are low scoring though.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I said that.
But this is Patrick Mahomes. Like, he's no regular quarterback. Like, you might look at other quarterbacks that went against Tennessee, but this is Patrick Mahomes.
I think they're pushing his injury though. Like, I think he's forcing himself to play that. Like that's the only reason. Like maybe if he would have started next week, then Patrick Mahomes is back. But right now, I don't feel like he's all the way back. Maybe he might get injured again. You never know, since he's not all the way there.
We'll see what happens with that. But also,
hopefully, he has a good game. Like, he has Tyreek Hill. One pass is enough to get 20 points, 30 points. So when you have that guy on your team.
But like, also with Kamara, this is a rivalry game. This is New Orleans versus the Falcons, or as what people over here call it, the Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
But Kamara's hungry. I know he hated being sit on sidelines just watching. Him not playing. And Ingram, man, he's been a monster these last 2 weeks, and it's just going to continue. Like, all his matchups were pretty good. So I'm just gonna have to give it to Sicardelli. It's hard to choose, but it's gonna have to be Manolo. We'll see about that. All right. And for our last matchup of the night, it is gonna be Omar versus over here, yours truly, Adolfo Ramirez. Tough matchup for Adolfo. It is favored for Omar to win, but these percentages don't mean shit. They don't. One person might look like they're losing, and then they just come back and take the win. But doesn't mean it's gonna be an easy matchup. Omar has Drew Brees. He played amazing last time. Now that he's returned. And it just shows that he's back. His thumb is good, and he's just throwing fucking rockets out there. And that goes with also Michael Thomas. Drew Brees, Michael Thomas. These are just like the dynamic duo that, like, it's probably one of the greatest duos that you've seen between a quarterback and a wide receiver. They have such good chemistry, and that's just going to continue for the rest of the season. They're definitely going to playoffs, and maybe they're going to the Super Bowl. And my last player is going to be Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, he's had a couple of weeks where it just hasn't been good for him with his injury, but he's coming back. He's getting receptions. He's getting, he's rushing the ball as much as he can. This is his. He knows. This is his team. This is a team he loves, and he wants to do well for them. And For Adolfo, my top scorer, it's gonna have to be Tyreek Hill, Emmanuel Sanders. Played pretty good last week. They're still undefeated.
His opening game, I think, with the Niners, his first game with the Niners.
Yeah.
We all saw Sanu in his first game, and he didn't do so hot.
Yeah.
But last week he did all right. Sanu also.
Yeah, it's these like new guys when they get on a team. It's either they do good on their first week, sometimes they don't do good until the second week. It's just how the
Yeah.
chemistry is with their team. And last player is going to be Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry should have no problem at all with Kansas City defense. This is this is his matchup probably the entire season. He could easily go 150 yards. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Helmet to Helmet. See you guys next week.
See y'all next week right here, Bubbles. Ugh. Getting too fucking old for this shit. Watch this porn and go to bed.